If you're a paving contractor and you want to double your business in the next 12 months, then you're in the right place. So this short video, and it is very short, will cover who I am, what my company does, and most importantly, why it matters to you. So please watch the whole video, it's super short. And if it sounds like something you're interested in, then make an appointment and we'll see if we're a good fit. And if not, that's fine. Feel free to share it with someone you think we could help. Before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Bryce King. I live in Virginia, but I'm a former Naval military intelligence. I'm also a former Navy search and rescue swimmer. I've been awarded the Presidential Heroism Medal from the President of the United States, obviously. I'm a family man with a beautiful wife and 2 kids. I'm a small business owner, and I'm a good guy, even if I do say so myself. Now, the reason I'm telling you all this isn't really to brag so much, although I am proud of my accomplishments. It's more so to tell you that I'm not just some punk. Like, I really care about the people that we work with, and I've developed good friendships, and it's all about the win-win. Life's too short to take advantage of anybody and ruin your reputation. But I am very confident in what myself and my team does, which is help paving contractors dominate the market. And that really boils down to people coming to you instead of you having to chase them down. So I've generated thousands of leads for my client, or I should say my team has generated thousands of leads for my clients. We've produced millions in sales, and some jobs have even been over $1 million on their own. Biggest one yet has been 1.2 million. That's just crazy. And we've made a lot of favors, a ton of money, and I'm looking for my next paving partner. So the qualities that I'm looking for, people that are all around good people, because really life is too short to work with jerks, and I'm past that point with my company. So we've had clients in the past that were jerks, and they would be rude to me, be rude to my wife, be rude to my employees. So we don't work with them anymore. We just let them go. These sites sell pretty quick, so I'm not really worried about it. But anyway, we also want to work with business owners that care about their reputation, people who think long term and are not out to just take advantage of anyone or make a quick buck, people that want to expand their business and build something that lasts for multiple generations, and paving companies that can handle large jobs. So if you're like a one-man show, no disrespect, get out there and hustle. But if you can't handle $200,000 or $300,000 parking lot, then keep working, keep doing what you're doing and hustling, but come back when you can handle a job like that, because those things are life-changing. You just can't let those slip through the cracks. And I also like working with family-owned companies, so the decision makers and just the people that you actually talk to when you call. And the good news for me is most of the paving companies, actually all the paving companies I work with, are family-owned, and they're teaching their kids how to do it. So that's pretty cool. I plan on teaching my kids how to do what I'm doing now too. So if you think you're a good fit, then apply to work with us below. There'll be a link under the video. But we only work with one contractor per area, and once it's gone, it's gone. So if you're thinking about it, don't think I'll get back to this later, because your area may not be there anymore. We're doing well. We get a lot of referrals to other pavers. So if you're like most paving companies, you've probably tried working with the large marketing companies before. Most of the pavers that I actually work with now, I used to work with like Home Advisor and Yelp, and tried Google ads and Facebook ads, or any of the other expert marketing companies that pop up like mushrooms. So many of them have actually had some results, but none of them have had the blow up, my business results that they were hoping for. And that's when they come to me. So there's several reasons why the big box marketing companies don't work as well as someone who knows what they're doing, like my team. And when I say know what I'm doing, I mean like actually focuses on some industries. But before we talk about that, here's some other reasons. Most of the big platforms mentioned before share that lead. So let's say they generate a lead. They're going to send that to 4 or 5 other people, and then what that means is they're going to have 4 or 5 people calling them. Then you're going to be wasting your gas and driving around, and you're going to be bidding down your job, because if you're not the cheapest, a lot of times people just go with the cheapest. Now, that's not saying that people won't get another bid with us, but we're only sending that lead to you. So maybe they'll get another price, maybe they'll get 2, but they're definitely not getting 5. So when someone reaches out to a big box store, they have no clue who you are. So it's better if they call you directly. And the reason for that is, let's say that those 5 people got that same lead, then you're saying, I got a lead from X whatever, YZ big box store. So it's much better to have some kind of branding that's tied to you. All right, more reasons are they're generalists, so they try to generate leads for every type of business under the sun, and they don't really know anything about the paving or any other specific business, to be honest. So they're jack of all trades but master of none. What we do in the paving industry, we have proven results all over the United States. So, and the people you talk to don't really even know anything about marketing or paving for that matter. They're all salespeople, and they're basically, their whole thought process is it's a numbers game. If I, spam enough people, I'm going to get someone to say yes. So let's say they send 100 emails or call 100 people. One of those people are probably going to say, okay, sure, I'll give you my card. They're going to get burned. They're going to move to the next person. And what it really adds up to is you're just spending more money than you should for really subpar, unimpressive results. So we're different. The way we are different is we work with one paving contractor per area. And most of our paving contractors have at least 3 locations. One of them has 14, and he's doing ridiculous. I mean, like millions. This means that you're not sharing leads, and why would you ever pay someone for a lead that you're bidding against yourself? It's just not a good business plan. We help you land the big jobs, so our bread and butter parking lots, and this varies depending on where you're at, but are in the 50 to 100K range. We get these all the time. And our monster jobs come up, and I call the monster jobs like 300K plus. I mean, how many driveways would it take you to make that amount of money as selling a 300K parking lot? Crazy. So we're also specialists. We do work in a few other niches besides paving, but it's less than 5. And what we do is we get in a market, we learn how to crush it, and then we expand on that. So we have information we can use all over from different paving companies, like how to target, best ways to close, and it really is kind of a win-win situation for everyone that uses us for their marketing. And really think about it too. Why wouldn't you use a specialist? Like, you wouldn't get a dentist to fix your vibratory compactor roller, would you? I mean, that's just a no-brainer. So why would you use a big box market store that doesn't have a clue what they're doing? So here's a couple of our clients that we've been working with. So this is Jordan. I've been working with Jordan for about 2 years. First year, we brought in an extra $250K for his business, and he started expanding right after. This is actually an old testimonial, but sorry, let me fix that. In the last 4 months, he's actually bid 400K, and I think he just landed like a 300K job too. So anyway, he's gonna hit $1 million this year, no problem. This is Pete. So Pete actually was a referral from Jordan on the last slide. Talked to Pete for like 2 years, but I'm not high pressure. We just kind of touch base every now and then. But he literally didn't want to sign up because he got burned by a couple of people here. He said he used Home Advisor and Angie's List, and he didn't have any results. The first month that we worked with him, he landed a 70K job. And in the last few months, I think it's the last like 9 weeks, I need to update this. He said he's quoted $2 million in work, but he actually quoted $3 million of work because he had a big prison come in. And he said he just wished he started with the sooner, and he's referred us some people too, which is cool. Always a good compliment. All right, this is Carly. Carly is pretty new with us, but she closed $37,500 in work in the first 3 months, and she has some big projects on the table too that she's waiting to hear back from. So she should be hearing back from a 120K deal. And she also just quoted a 500K deal. She said she's never quoted anything that high in her life. So it's cool to think one deal could have, make her have the best year that she's ever had. Like, how cool is that? This is Mark. So Mark is actually Jordan's cousin. Like I said, there's a lot of paving families. He's in a different area though, so he doesn't compete. But Mark, I think this is about 3 months in. We started getting him driveways right away. But about 3 months in, he landed, he had a 90K month, and then the very next week, he landed a 60K apartment complex. And that was so cool. He just texted me while he was on the job. This is Josh. Josh is another young guy. And Mark is like 21 years old, 20, 21, just young, man. He's just crushing it. It's really neat, too, because he's doing better than a bunch of pavers that have been in business for 50 years. This is Josh. Josh is another young guy. I think he's like 23, maybe. He was another referral that we had sent to us. But, he's been doing he's in an area where they have real long, nice driveways, but he's been doing some real nice long driveways for like, 5 to 8 grand. And then he's had some good private roads, some smaller parking lots in the 30 to 40K range. And he's doing a post office coming up. I think that's like a 110 job coming up. And then he's had some other big stuff come into, like some hotels and all. But, so cool to see young people actually going to do that. So let's recap. If you do end up working with us and you go through I call it an application process, but it's really a feeling out process to make sure you're a good person and we're a good fit. So if we are, great. If not, that's fine. But we'll create inbound calls coming directly to you, and that way your team is not out knocking on doors and you're not competing with a bunch of other people. And that'll be form fills it too, so it'll be calls and actually emails as well. You're not sharing leads, you're not bidding down the price. People will still get another quote from other people most of the time. That's fine, it's going to happen, but you're not split in 4 or 5 ways. You get customers from other markets. So let's say you are the dominant paver in your area. That's cool. We'll take over another area next to you, and often that's a really good strategy anyway, because a lot of the people we do work with are already really successful. So if you're taking over a big city, maybe there's some local areas around that we can dominate, or maybe there's another big city we can dominate. All really just comes out to what's it worth to you, to drive for a big commercial job or nice driveway jobs. And you also get a partner, and really not just a partner, but a team that's in it for the long run. My wife and I work on this together. We hired my brother-in-law, and there's 11 of us total. So we're not really looking to make a quick buck. We're really looking for people that are going to be with us a long time, hopefully forever. And my theory is, if I make you a ton of money, you don't mind paying me. Win-win. So full disclaimer, and this is a big disclaimer I make. We have to do the the whole price disclaimer too. I can't guarantee we're going to make you a millionaire or whatnot, but chances are looking pretty good. So, but the other disclaimer that I make with up front, just because of past experiences, I'm at a point in my business where I only work with solid people. That means if you're rude, don't follow up with customers, do crappy work, or think you're God's gift to the paving industry, then don't book an appointment. Don't waste my time. I don't want to work with you. I put a lot of time and money getting my partners results, and I want to make sure I work with people who are top notch, that are not going to waste all that effort and not call people back or get bad reviews or do shoddy work, because I'll get you some business for a little bit, but all you're going to end up doing is making some money in the short run, and long run you're not going to get anything out of it. Well, you'll get the initial bump, but it's a waste of time. So I think I'm beating this one like a dead horse, but basically if you're a good person and you do good work, then give me a call and we'll see what we can do. So if you meet the following requirements: you're a good human being that shows respect, which I will return in kind. You actually call people back in a timely manner. You show up to a job when you say you show up to a job, and don't make excuses. And with number 3 here too, I understand things happen. You might be late to an appointment. That's fine. Just call them, let them know you're going to be late. Just communicate with the person. It's all good. You can handle rapid growth and actually want to expand. So again, if you're a small crew, then just get a few more people on before we talk. And you care about your reputation reviews. You're someone I'm looking for. Apply now to work with us before your area is gone. Click on the button below. It'll just take about 15 minutes to see if we're a good fit. If we are, we'll take the next steps. And if not, then best of luck to you and your business. And I appreciate your time.